Hello, you're watching The Mainstream. I'm Khushbu Soni, the founder of The Mainstream. I am thrilled today to having this conversation with Karla Cruz, who is leading women in tech for enterprise technology for EY. She's also a global leader for cloud transformation on wireless experiences for more than 400,000 users and across more than 750 offices globally. Carla, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank
Very
you.
proud to be here.
Wonderful. You're doing some incredible work in the industry at large and also supporting women in tech.
Correct.
That is incredible.
Yes. Yes. So women in tech, especially on the enterprise technology, where the majority is more male driven, is how do we empower women to come and feel confident, be part of the organization, be part of the programs, play different roles, right? In enterprise technology, you can play so many different roles. So it's more to give them that confidence and also that networking with other groups across EY so that we can really help them to move to the next level.
Lovely. You're doing incredible work. It'll be really great to learn your story. So, if you can tell us what your story, your journey has been.
I'm originally from Costa Rica, a little country in Central America. Sometimes it gets confused with Puerto Rico. I am an industrial engineer. I started with manufacturing. Then I went into contact centers with HP. HP was the one always in leadership positions. I love to work with people. I love to the global roles where you have different backgrounds, different skills, different ways of working. And HP offered me to move to US. So my husband and I took the decision to take the opportunity and the challenge. So we came, I worked with them, then I moved into EY. And for EY, I remember my former boss, the one that offered me the role, he said, "Don't worry." I was like, "I'm not techie. I don't know anything about wireless."
Yeah.
And we were just starting with the wireless transformation from prime or wired to wireless. So I had to learn, but that was a great opportunity because also you find the male also helping you, teaching you, helping me to make better decisions with them and go back to the different countries. It's in more than 150 countries. And when a transformation like this was starting back then in 2018, people were afraid, right? Not people, but the stakeholders, like, are we going to be safe? Is that going to work? Are we going to impact the users? So it was more about giving them that confidence and also making sure that each country could have the foundation to make the transformation because it's not that you can just put it on paper, right?
Yeah.
You need to go and evaluate. Every country is different, every infrastructure is different, every regulation is different.
Awesome. If you can also tell us, Carla, how has your experience been with the whole partnership with Women in Cloud, and what inspired EY to sponsor the awards, and how does it align with your mission?
Yes. So I think EY is working, right, to make sure that we continue having programs. And one of the reasons why I'm here is also because Eileen Hang leads the Women in Technology across EY. There is a big sponsorship across EY to guarantee that we can have that presence and that empowerment and that support inside and outside with our partners, with our clients, and internal because it's not only outside but also internally.
Yeah.
So it's how do we learn from each other? How do we partnership? So last night looking at all the different programs, for me it was like, wow, we are not even close to get there. But it's more how do we come and we partnership,
Yes.
and we can take that back too. And especially, like I said, on the IT side, being so male driven,
Yes.
it's hello. We can bring also, it was so nice to see yesterday that Pat Sullivan did win
Yes.
different awards because he's a man in EY. And you can see how between male and women we can partnership and really make a difference, right?
Yes.
To what the new era in technology is asking for.
Yes, absolutely. And I heard the kind of work he did and his speech as well. Pat was great.
Yeah, he's great, a great person. I was very pleased to meet him personally. We are all in different
Yeah.
countries, but that's a blessing of being able to work remote.
Yeah.
And it's not only you, what I could see from Pat is that he believes in this and
Yeah.
he's really sponsoring. Also, him sharing his personal side where he grew up with women, right?
Yes.
In my case, I was like, I always grew up with men. I was from 28 grandkids that my grandma had.
Oh.
We were only 5 girls.
Oh.
And maybe that's why I always took careers more on the male driven side. And then I have 2 boys, right? So it's also how do I help my 2 boys that are in college to also be open and empower women, right?
Yes.
And if I have granddaughters in the future, I want to also be that a role model and example for them.
Absolutely. With your mention of 28 people, you said, and on just that, in your family, just 5 women? Wow.
28 grandkids, yeah.
20.
Only five girls. Yeah,
Oh.
my on my dad's side, it was very more like male driven. So that's why I think. But I also had my aunts on my dad's side who they always took different roles. For me, they were role model. The 2 oldest on my dad's side, they were very leaders. They were in different companies and they always empower me, right? Don't be afraid. For us, before, it was sky is the limit.
Yeah.
It seems now it's cloud is the limit. But yeah, and my dad always empowered me to not be afraid. And I think that's one of the things that we need to guarantee that across the globe, it doesn't matter at what country we are at with the technology,
Yeah.
being able to work remote, being able to connect easier than when I was maybe 15, 20 through
Yeah.
email, through letter. Today, there is no barriers, there is no frontiers. So it's how do we really take all that back to the countries, especially the countries, talking to different people here, programs that they are doing in Philippines, in Africa, in countries where they need all this support
Absolutely.
is what we need to contribute to.
Absolutely, Carla. What message do you have for the honorees and the future women leaders?
For the honorees, it's they need to feel proud, right? And at the same time, the most important is that commitment to keep moving.
Yeah.
And to keep doing good things for what they are working on and what they believe on. And for the sponsors, also do not stop. We are just starting. We when we look at the distribution in companies, male and female, and especially in executive levels, we need to increase that.
Yeah.
And it takes time, but we should not give up. And when women become together, that's very important too. When women become together, we can do great things. And in Women in Technology Network, that is the one that I
Yes.
lead, I have an excellent sponsor also, and she's a woman, Catherine Harrington. And all the support from core team, right, is all women. And we are trying to make a difference and say, we are here, we want to make a difference, we want to help others. We need to increase the numbers, and not because we are women but more because women have shown the track record of the capability to do different things, multitask,
Yeah.
make an impact, make a change.
That is so true. That is so true. Lovely. I also want to take this opportunity of asking you. You've been leading the entire global cloud transformation for wireless division. Tell us how have you seen it from an adoption perspective globally? Because I understand regionally every region is at a different stage of
Maturity.
adoption maturity. Yeah. How do you see that?
Yes, in the beginning, like any new technology, any new process, any new product, people want to know what it is and they want to make sure that there won't be a risk.
Yeah.
And especially in EY, we need to guarantee that the information for our clients and our customers is always safe and that we are not putting anything at
Yeah.
risk. So at the beginning, it was more about evaluating the market, evaluating the countries, evaluating the infrastructure of each country. Is not the same the infrastructure, for example, in Africa or Central America than US or France or UK, right? So it was obviously the countries that are more prepared, like US, France, UK, they were the first ones to go and start making the adoption. And then the ones that had to go and we had to solidify the infrastructure or help them to be prepared also for the investment, they took a little bit longer. And I think at the same time, it was giving them the confidence that wireless was working and
Yeah.
that it was safe and that we could meet all the security policies and all that. So it was a partnership working with them, becoming the trusted advisor for them also. these are all the facts, go with data, go with record, go with user experience,
Yeah.
and keep the transformation.
Lovely. That is great. Hey, Carla, this is a great conversation. Lovely hearing about your
you.
journey, the work that you're doing in the space for women in tech in the enterprise segment and enterprise technology specifically. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for all the work that you're doing and the sponsorship within the women in tech segment.
Thank you
So much and lovely
Thank
chatting
you.
with
Very
you.
proud, and this is just the beginning. So let's
Absolutely.
keep empowering and helping each other.